Hey, it's Don Skaggs again with Empowered Inventing, the one place where we try to help you help other people by taking your great innovation, the right opportunity, mixing that with sound wisdom to turn them into real things like products and businesses. Now today, I want to talk to you a little bit about my toaster. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? But my wife makes fun of me a lot because I found this toaster that had a progress bar on it, and I just loved the fact that I could track the progress on a toaster with a progress bar. You know, when you hit a toaster, you know, most traditional toasters, they just you know, when it popped up, and that's when the toast was done. Let me show you how this one works. I've actually got some bread in it here. So basically, you set how intense you want the toast, and then you just push the big button here. It makes a little noise. And there's a bar down here. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little bar, and it's a progress bar, and it will tell you how soon the toast will be done. So if you need to go do something else, if you need to see something else, you're not a good chew gum and walk kind of person like I am, and you get distracted, you'll know how close it is to actually being toast. And so I thought this was just pretty cool. But you're probably asking, why am I talking about my toaster? Well, even when I'm editing these videos, I've got this other thing called a progress wheel. And sometimes the wheel is there and it works, and a few times there's been some glitches and there wasn't a wheel. And if there's not a wheel there, I couldn't tell if it was working. Was the video processing, was everything working like it was supposed to? And it really kind of kept me in the dark. And if I don't have a progress bar, I probably let the toast get cold because I wouldn't hear it. I'd be doing something else. But if I got a progress bar and I can actually see it, and I can actually glance over at it, I can kind of say, oh, okay, I need to be over here at this time. So I love a progress bar. And that's what I always tell my wife. I said, you know, I love a progress bar. I know I want to be able to see where I'm at in the process. And you know what? If you don't have a progress bar for your product or for your business, then you don't know where you're at either. And that's the point I want to make here, because you know, you have to know where you are, you have to know where you want to be, and you have to know how to get there. And during that process, you need to be able to tell where you are. It's important to have a progress bar. So to do this, you need to set some metrics though. You need ways to measure what you have done. And these can be milestones that tell you what you've accomplished. But don't just make them things that, oh, okay, well this happened, I guess we'll just, you know, that's a milestone, we'll count that. No, 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 no. These metrics need to be measurable, and they need to be part of a plan, just like the plan we teach in Idea Steps. So, for instance, you want to make them measurable. Oh, wait a minute. I think the bar ended. I've got toast. Oh, and by the way, there's an alarm too. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, so these metrics that you have, they should be very, very measurable. And for instance, you can say, oh, I spent 2 hours writing about my invention, my description, or my business plan. Or you could say, I developed my prototype where it successfully does this one thing, this one function. I was able to get it past that. That's a milestone. Or you say, I spent 3 hours calling potential customers and documenting their feedback. Now these are just 3 examples that we teach in a lot of the programs for inventors and entrepreneurs in Empowered Inventing. But there's many, many more. And these should be data-driven, by the way. They shouldn't just be busy work. You need to record and tell what you've accomplished from your effort. So you need to write this stuff down, because a lot of people don't like to, especially inventors. Oh, Don, you don't understand. I'm a creative type of person, and no. You need to take that part of you that's there, believe it or not, and say, okay, I have to document this. There's a good reason for that. Because if you're not keeping score, number one, you will not be able to tell whether you're winning or not. That's why you keep score. So if you are tracking the results of what you have tried and it didn't work, number one, it's going to help you not to repeat the same mistakes. You know, sometimes that must be a pretty painful mistake to remember, but if you're tracking it, you're saying, okay, well, we did this, we didn't, and this didn't work, so we're not going to go that way again. We're not going to put another $100 in that. We're not going to put another $500 in that. No, no, no. We're not going to spend another 5 hours on that. Why? Because this wasn't working. But if you're tracking results of what's working, then you'll know what to double down on and double down those efforts and when not to pull back. So now you notice a lot of these examples, there's very, very specific examples. Okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this for this amount of time, and I'm going to do this. It's very, very specific. Another thing about these examples and these types of metrics, these types of progress milestones, is they're very attainable. And they're also very timely. Put deadlines on these things. Again, like I've said many times before, we teach our inventors, we tell them, we say, you make an appointment with your invention. Just like it's an appointment with a doctor or an attorney. You say, okay, on Wednesday between 6 and 9 p.m., I'm putting down the remote, I'm getting up off the couch, and I am working on my product. I am working on my startup. So, lastly, these need to be realistic. So don't make them something that you just can't do. All you're going to do is set yourself up for failure. So anyway, I hope these are helpful. Wish you could enjoy this toast with me. Pretty cool, huh? I love a progress bar. And I'm Don Skaggs. This is Empowered Inventing TV. If you find this helpful, please do share this with other people that you think this might be helpful for. Like and subscribe. If you're looking for more good information like this, we've got a lot of resources on empoweredinventing.com. And I will look to see you at the next meeting, workshop, maybe one of our online classes, or on the next video.